I've been waking up slow with the weight in my chest, like the sun forgot how to shine in the west. And I smile when they ask, say I'm doing just fine, but there's thunder rolling quiet in the back of my mind. Some days are light, and some days I fake, and some days I break for my own damn sake. Well, the thing is, I'm trying, even when the voice in my head keeps lying. It's a war just to get out of bed, but I breathe in deep and I face it instead. No, I'm not alright, but I'm fighting to be. Well, the thing is, I'm still me. I got friends who don't call, and I don't blame them. Hard to hold space when your world's gone vacant. And I wish I could tell you what's missing inside, but it's foggy in here, even with open eyes. I wear my silence like armor, I know, but there's hope in the cracks where the light starts to show. Well, the thing is, I'm healing, even when I don't trust what I'm feeling. Every scar is a line in my song, every stumble's a sign. I've been walking this long, and I don't have a map, but I've got my feet. Well, the thing is, I'm still me. I won't lie and say it's easy, but I won't hide the storm inside. If you're walking through the darkness, take my hand, we'll walk side by side. Well, the thing is, we're learning, and the fire in our hearts keeps burning. Even when the night feels too long, the strength in the fact we go on. So if you're not okay, let this song set you free. 'Cause the thing is, you're still you, and that's still enough for me.
How's everybody doing today? I hope we're doing well. I hope you can hear me loud and clear. If you can't, let me know. Yeah. So today's live is about covert narcissism, or a covert narcissist. So, all right, P. Barnes and Rosaline and people that are watching in the background in the bushes. So, you know, there is so I'm going to explain what a covert narcissist is. Okay. A covert narcissism, also known as vulnerable narcissism, is a form of narcissistic personality disorder characterized by hidden or subtle presentation of narcissistic traits. Unlike overt narcissists, who are openly grandiose and attention-seeking, covert narcissists tend to be more introverted, passive-aggressive, and prone to feelings of insecurity and inadequacy. They may present as shy or sensitive, but their underlying motivation is still deep-seated need for admiration and control. Okay. So, key characteristics of a covert narcissist. And those of you in chat that are watching know where I'm going with this. So, subtle grandiosity, while they may not outwardly boast, covert narcissists harbor fantasies of greatness and importance. They may believe they misunderstood or destined for great things, but these fantasies are often kept private. Passive aggressive behavior. They often use indirect ways to express anger or frustration, such as withholding information, making subtle insults, or engaging in procrastination. Hypersensitive to criticism. Covert narcissists are easily hurt by perceived slights or negative feedback, and they may hold grudges for minor offenses. Deep security and low self-esteem. Beneath the surface of their grandiose fantasies, covert narcissists often struggle with feelings of inadequacy and self-doubt. Emotional manipulation. They may use tactics like guilt tripping, playing the victim, or gaslighting, making someone doubt their own reality to control others and get their needs met. Alma, how you doing? Difficulty forming genuine relationships. Their need for admiration and control can make it challenging for them to form healthy, reciprocal relationships. Covert narcissists may struggle with social anxiety and avoid situations where they might be exposed or criticized. How to recognize covert narcissism. Look for signs of hidden fantasies of greatness or specialness, even if they're not openly expressed. Passive aggressive behavior. Pay attention to indirect ways the person expresses anger or frustration, such as subtle insults or withholding information. We know. Trish Stocks, thank you for coming in. We know certain people like to accuse people of certain things and withhold the information. Hypersensitivity. Notice if they're easily hurt by criticism or if they hold grudges for minor offenses. Insecurity. Beware of their underlying feelings of insecurity and self-doubt and low self-esteem. Emotional manipulation. Observe if they use tactics like guilt tripping, playing the victim, or gaslighting to control others. Juicer, how you doing? Will B, how you doing? Emily Pickles, how you doing? Okay, going to chat. All right, back to it. How to deal with covert narcissists. Set boundaries. Clearly define your limits and expectations and be prepared to enforce them consistently. Prioritize self-care. Protect your emotional well-being by setting boundaries, seeking support, and practicing self-compassion. This is something I wish I knew way back when. Avoiding engaging in arguments. Avoid engaging in arguments. Covert narcissists may try to engage you in arguments and debates to maintain control. It is often best to disengage and avoid escalating the situation. Seek professional help. If you are in a relationship with a covert narcissist or you are struggling with the effects of their behavior, consider seeking professional help from a therapist or counselor. Angelina, how you doing? So, covert narcissists, like narcissism in general, is you don't realize it until it's too late. It lets you know what to look for and you know the signs. And not a lot of us know the signs. See, unless you're a professional, glitter is forever. How you doing? Unless you're like a medical professional, like in psychology, or you've been around a narcissist before, and you know what to look for, and you know what to see, and you know what to hear, and you know the signs, then you know how to prepare yourself. But if you've never been around a narcissist, they're going to catch you when it's too late. Okay. So, in my humble opinion, there is a certain content creator that is a covert narcissist. And that's how I feel. And in my humble opinion, they're good at manipulating people to get what they want. And now people are breaking free, and this creator is not liking it. Okay? Because everything's coming out in the open. Okay? I look at it this way, right? If you're done with somebody, right? Okay, and you don't want nothing to do with them anymore, why keep making jabs at that person? Why make slide remarks about that person? You don't want nothing to do with them, leave them alone, move on. Okay, but quit making slide remarks about certain people. Okay, because it's not going to make you look any better. You're giving people more ammunition. And I think you do that on purpose because it keeps your name in their mouth. And when they keep talking about you, people keep coming back for more, so you keep making that money. That's how I see things. Manipulation. You know how to play the game. Yes. One thing that they treasure is hearing their name. This is the reason why I'm not giving the energy to that person with their name being mentioned. But people in chat know what I'm talking about. Good portion of people in chat know who I'm talking about. Okay? But I'm not going to give you the energy of saying your name because you can't say, well, they're talking about, because you don't know. You don't know who I'm talking about. But I do. I know who I'm talking about. So there are plenty of people out here that have been hurt. Me and other people. And you've done a number. But you're not going to get that energy from me no more. I think this is going to be the last live I do about this person. Okay. So, and I'm going to keep doing me. I'm going to keep talking about things that are important. The stigma around mental health, which, in my humble opinion, this person should seek therapy because they might need it. So Vermont Cheddar says, I'm clueless and happy to be. What's up, Juicer? How you doing? Yes. I'm going to highlight your comment, Glitter is Forever. A covert narcissist hate more than anything being exposed and held accountable, lack of control, criticism, being ignored, and independence in others. So true. So true. Is that Jenna? Is that the Jenna I think it is? Hold on. Hold on. Is that the Jenna I think it is? The one I've reached out, see how they're doing? I hope it is. I really do. I thought you fell off. I hope it is. Please confirm it. Okay. All right. Jenna, I never got your Discord message. I'm just letting you know. I never got your Discord message. You might need to send it again. But the yes, Glitter. Behavior stem from deep-seated insecurities and desperate need to maintain a facade of grandiosity. Yes. You know, yes, Alma, you're correct. Sometimes we have to learn to let it go and don't give a flying fuck about people who don't care for others. Yes. Yes, send it to me through WhatsApp, Jenna. Yes. So it's all right, Jenna. It's been a while. I've missed you, dear friend. So you're a staple to this community. It's just I thought something happened. I hadn't heard from you in a while, so I was, concerned. You know, when I hear, because I care for a lot of people. I care for people. And I hate seeing people hurt. Shaney, how you doing? I hate seeing people in emotional pain because they've been taken advantage of by somebody who acts like they care. And the thing is with that situation, when you have feelings for somebody, even as a friend, people say, oh, just get over it. It does sound easy. It does. It really does sound easy. Just get over it, move on. It sounds really easy. Okay. But in some cases, it's not that easy because you bond with that person, or at least you thought you did. Okay. And when you bond with that person, there's a piece of you that is broken when that relationship shatters. Okay. And there's a piece of you that's hurt that has to be repaired. And yes, it's a feeling of betrayal. Correct. I and I know how that feeling of betrayal is. I know how it is. So, yes, or even just bonding with the atmosphere. Yes, community. Oh, sweet Sleuthy, how you doing? Running around with a toddler. Ah, sounds like fun. Yes, soon enough, time will come, Alma. You know, I'm glad that I reconnected with a lot of people, okay? Because I have missed a lot of you. For the longest time, I thought Alma was mad at me. I truly did. And, she's back. And I missed you, Alma. Just saying that publicly because I care for you as a person. So, and Jenna, yes, Remy, covert narcissists, absolutely evil people. So I care for the people, you come into my life. It doesn't matter if I've met you or talked to you. If I talk to you a handful, multiple times and we connect, we talk about personal things, you know, that's between me and that person. And one thing people in here know is I keep that stuff to myself. So, because I know how important it is, trust. Trust is very important. And this person I'm talking about lacks it. They lack trust. And what I mean by that, right, is you can't trust them. How can you trust somebody that constantly lies? How can you? Yes, Shani, we all want to feel connected, important to somebody. Yes, that is correct. You know, we should all feel important to somebody. We should all feel important to somebody. Because the thing is that makes us human. No, I don't, P. Barnes. I do not. And it really sucks what's happened in Texas. I feel for those families. I really do. But so, and that I don't know what else to say um, about the situation. It's just that now that you know what a covert narcissist is, and you know what to look for, the signs, and if you want to know more about covert narcissists and what to look for, just Google covert narcissism, and it'll give you the basics. So, and it'll prepare you. It'll prepare you. Okay. Yes, Shani. Without trust, there's no friendship. They go hand in hand. You know, I You would think it's funny coming from a man, right? Because we're supposed to be, our heart is supposed to be hardened. Okay, our heart is supposed to like have no feelings, which is false. Because we all feel, okay? We all have feelings, right? And I didn't realize the number it was going to do to me when I found out how fake this person was. Fake friend. You know, when I needed somebody to talk to, I didn't have Will be around at the time. I didn't have, you know, I didn't have Jenna around, and I didn't have all these people around to reach out to, like P. Barnes and stuff like that. I didn't have these people, you know. So, and I thought this person was a friend, and come to find out they weren't. And you live and you learn. You live and you learn. And you move forward. Learn from the past, not to make the same mistake over again. You know, be you. And don't let anybody try to change who you are to fit their need. Yeah, friends are there to catch you when you fall. Correct, H. Davis. Certain friends are there to pick you up when you're down. You know, there's, you know, I will tell you this, okay? I've heard the word snake being said lately, quite a bit lately. And I'm going to say this. This person that I'm talking about is a snake in the grass. This person is the one telling you to eat the fruit from the tree. So, yes, in life, we will come across others that are similar to the one we should not name. What we do is up to us. Correct. Yes. What we do with them is up to us. Yes. And people, you know, that have been hurt, I can relate. So Glitter Forever says, you are only as valuable to the narcissist as you are useful. If they don't want anything you have, they if they don't want anything you have, they won't bother coming back if you have nothing, if you have something. So I agree. I agree. Kathy, how you doing? No, we're not. The person that's the narcissist is responsible for their behavior. It's just sometimes we get sucked in about on the, you know, the facade of the person. So we get sucked in about the person's facade, and then we're so hooked in that there's things that they do we don't realize what they're doing, and it's too late. And then when they're done using us up, they discard us like trash. So, but I'm not trash. Neither are any of my friends that were hurt by this person. We're called survivors. Yes, Alma, we can't expect others to change. The only person we can change yes, is the person in the mirror. It's all a lie. Everything they will tell you is a lie. You can't believe them, even when they tell you what the weather is. That's how bad they are. Yeah, you're right. They'll lie about the weather too. Yes. So we are definitely not trash. We're survivors. So, but this is what my live was for today, was covert narcissists or narcissism. I want to thank you guys for being here. If you want to stay and hang out, I'm going to open up the panel for people to come up. And Jenna, if you're still here, I'm opening up the panel. We're supposed to do an interview, Jenna. I haven't done that interview yet. So all the new people in this community, all the new subscribers, everybody can get to know who I am as a person. You know, if you're still here, Jenna. Narcissists shape their relationships with cycles of love bombing and withdrawal so that you live in constant fear of losing connection with them. Yes, that is so true. That is so true. Glitter is forever. Yes, they love bomb the shit out of you until they're done with you. They don't. Yes, glitter is forever. That we have seen over and over and over, and sometimes we're too blind to see it because, you know, we're you know, I this live isn't really about me. It's about everybody that has been affected by this person. Okay. And trust me, I wanted to see the good in this person. even after the falling out. But once they went live, not the first time, but the second time they decided to go live and drag me through the mud and then delete the video because there was so many false accusations in those live streams. There was no receipts. Okay. And that's one thing is, if you're going to accuse somebody of something, have proof. Have paperwork, screenshots, something, a video of that person actually doing it. If not, don't accuse the person of doing something they didn't do. So I just hope more people start opening their eyes and start seeing true colors. You know, P-Marks. Did you know Eddie is actually a gray alien, not a lizard man, but a gray alien? I have proof. I welcome Remy to the stage. What's up, Remy?
Howdy, sir. How are you doing this afternoon?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
You doing all right? Oh, wait.
Yeah.
I have some of this on delay. Hold on. I'm having an audio problem over here. 1 second.
Yeah.
Okay, I fixed it. Hello.
Are you good now?
Yes, I can hear you now. Very good. Very good.
Oh, okay. Everybody, welcome Remy to the stage.
Hello, everyone in chat.
So have you experienced, got another friend coming up. My friend Jenna.
Hello, Jenna.
She came in muted. So you've experienced narcissism, haven't you?
Very, very much so, yes. If I said a traumatizing experience, I would be severely understating that. I'd be severely understating that. That would be a very nice word to use, would be traumatizing. It was terrible. Worst thing I've ever been through. So.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, we can,
Yes.
Jenna.
Can you hear the fan in the background?
Who cares about the fan? We hear you.
Well, I didn't know how bad it was because I haven't used my headset in like a year, I think.
I would say whenever you're
go ahead.
I'm sorry. I was just gonna say, whenever she's speaking, there is a little bit of fuzz in her mic of some kind. I don't know what's going on with that. That's not like the worst thing in the world. I just wanted to know if your noise cancellation and everything was turned on. I had
How
no
about
idea.
now? No, I appreciate
Oh,
the feedback.
that's brilliant. Oh yes, you sound fantastic.
I don't need to change my gain or anything like that.
No, you're good, Jenna.
Okay, good. And last time I've used it was the last time I talked to you, Eddie.
Damn, it's been that long.
That's why I said, let me find my headset.
So I will tell you this. Jenna has been around since day one. But she disappears when she goes through things. I don't mean to put you on the spot, Jenna, but
No, you're fine. I do.
You do disappear. And don't
I shut
reach
everything out.
to anybody. Yes. Especially your friends.
Yeah. Which is
yes,
also...
Willow, that is Jenna. That is Jenna.
And it really makes me feel like whenever I think about it, it makes me feel like I'm extremely selfish in a way by doing that.
I understand when you're in a dark place, you don't want to be bothered.
I just
You
don't
know,
know how to. I think it's more so I don't know how to really just communicate in general whenever life
It gets as
hits you
bad as
that
that.
hard. Yeah.
Mhm. Oh, no, I get that. Or I get that now. I didn't used to be that way until the stuff last year that happened with my narcissist. So, no,
I'm
I completely
sorry.
get it. Mm.
We all find out at some point.
I ain't even gonna lie, I'd go through my ileostomy surgery all over again before I deal with another narcissist. Nah,
I
no way.
I can definitely understand that. I've had my fair share. I think it was 8 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yikes.
you know
I'm
what's
glad I'm out of
crazy.
that.
What's crazy is me and Jenna came from the same community.
Yeah, Eddie, how long have like my years all run together? How long has it been since we've known each other? Because it was still when she had the other one on panel running her show.
Well, um, that was when that was with her and Mallory.
Yeah, that's when I came in, was right before Mallory got comfortable to get on panel and stuff.
Yeah. So
And that I think that was like, but right when I like got into the community, I think like 2 days after that, I joined Discord. So I just went in like head first. So
so like me, the non-grifting dumpster squirrel, you come in demanding a lot of stuff. You could catch the replay. Just saying. But
well, they're interesting.
yeah,
Hmm.
they come in telling us to give them a recap. I'm like, yeah, no,
You can rewind it a few minutes and put it on 2 times speed.
correct,
The
correct.
title
Touch,
pretty much says what it is.
touched upon several different subjects pertaining to the one subject as well. You just like branching out and things like that. It would be a hell of a lot to cover and not with as many details. You'd be getting the clip notes version and it wouldn't do it justice. So the best thing to do would
Correct,
be to go back and watch.
correct. Exactly what Remy said.
Well put.
Yes. So um, I met Remy in another community. Um, so you guys were here um, when I did Break the Silence with G2K underscore
Mhm,
stop, get to know underscore stop, the author
mhm,
of Break the Silence. Um, so that's how I met Remy.
mhm. I come from G2K's community and other communities that are relating to that. That was yes, how that was how we found each other.
Yeah, yeah. And this is actually his first time up on my panel,
Hello, sir.
which which
Greetings
is
and
amazing,
salutations.
and I'm grateful for it. So I hope you're going to be around for a little bit, Jonah, and not disappear. Um, because I'm still looking forward to that interview.
You're not going to let me live that down.
No, I'm not going to, Jenna. We're supposed to do an interview, and you're supposed to do it. Other people offered to do it, and I said no. I have a friend that's going to do it.
You
She'll
know,
come back around.
I was going through my notebook that I like just write things down, when I'm on the phone dealing with all the, bull crap, whatever. And one of the pages had some questions on it that was just like, just out of the nowhere questions. And Dustin was like, what in the world is that for? I was like, oh, that's from when people were sending me questions when I was supposed to do a Q&A.
Yeah,
It
we
had
still got
some
to do
wild
it.
ones on there.
Yes, we're gonna do it. Not I'm not gonna be pre-prepared or anything like that. So,
Yeah, if
Limey,
anybody,
I'll give you the non-grifting dumpster squirrel. I like the name, by the way. So this live is, if you know what a covert narcissist is, there's a person within this community that, in my humble opinion, is a covert narcissist and has done a lot of damage to a lot of people that used to support this person. You know, I'm not like, if you can read the banner, it's educational purposes only. I am not a medical professional. So it's how I feel. So, and I talked about what a covert narcissist is. And that's what we talked about.
Long story short.
Yes. Now we're on the part of I brought people up on panel to bring the vibe down and reduce the temperature in the room. And then Jenna came up on panel and turned the heat up, you know. So,
Fire's blazing.
Did you talk about like some of their traits? Like,
yeah, I did talk about their traits.
I was in and
I
out of the
talked
living room.
the characteristics, how to recognize it. You know, I didn't go into traits, deeply into traits. I just talked about how the hypersensitivity to criticism,
Yeah,
you know, what it
just
is.
like the general.
Yeah, yes,
Mhm.
yes.
I'm sitting here looking stuff up. Like, I wanted to know more about in-depth traits. Like,
Well, I'm going to
personal.
be, what I want to do is one day I'm going to do an entire live. And it's probably going to be about 3 or 4 hour live, right?
Mhm.
Of narcissism in general, in all the traits.
Oh yeah, all okay. Yeah.
I'm going to start with covert. I'm going to do covert, overt, and then narcissism, and then just do it all. Just do it
Yeah.
all.
I can help
So
you kind of lay some stuff out for you if you'd like.
you come up on panel and be my guest host.
Yeah, I can.
I'd
As
love to
long
do that.
as my health situation holds up, I have to kind of take it hour by hour.
Yes. Even when you're going through it, Jenna, communicate with me
Yeah.
because I do care.
I know you do.
I thought it
And
was
I hope
something I said or did, and you quit talking to me. You know.
no. No. You know how blunt I am. If you was to say something that got under my skin, you'd know.
I'm the same way.
I know. I
So,
always watch her lives, but I never get to see them actually, live.
oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I still keep up with you.
So, but yeah, I thought something happened to you, and I had to go through and change mods and everything like that. And I saw you come back in, and I'm like, she don't have a wrench anymore. Let me fix that.
Yeah, a lot of things have happened.
And that's part of life. You know what I'm saying?
I'm still pretty much in a wheelchair.
Which we knew that was going to happen.
Yeah, but we thought it'd get better.
We hoped. We hoped. We hoped.
It just got worse, though, so. But
You
I
know
just
what?
got back from Florida, and we were there for actually 2 weeks.
What part of Florida were you
And
in?
Perdido Key.
All right, hold on. Go ahead and keep talking.
And usually when because we go once a year, a couple times a year. Oh, I just went blank. Oh, I always have like a lot of things, I want to do. Like I'll have a list or something like that on my, web browser, like a bookmark, with a bunch of things that I want to do and get done while we're there.
So
And
you were in South Florida?
no,
Where the hell were you? I'm in Florida, girl.
Perdido Key, the very top.
Oh, yeah, I wasn't there. I won't live that far north.
Yeah, that's a good 10-hour drive for me and him. So,
But
yeah,
if you would have said I was in Orlando, I'd have been like, bitch, please.
If I'm going any further than Perdido, I'm flying.
If you would have told me you were in Orlando and didn't hit me up, I'd have been pissed.
But no, like, we go a few times a year, every year. And I always
Yeah.
have like a thing, a list of things I want to get done and go see and do and just whatever, fun things on vacation. And usually something always happens, like in general, you know how my life is, something happens. And I never get to really just do anything. Like I'll check off 1 or 2 things maybe, but I brought all of my like equipment to where I'm like everything is, handicap accessible if it is a public place. They have to be legally,
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? I don't care. We figured a way out how to get me down out to the beach, and it's like it was the best beach we'd ever been to. It's so secluded. It has a dock, like nobody knows about it, and it was great. It was the best trip I had since I started going.
The next time you come to Florida, let me know.
How far is that from you?
I will make that trip to wherever you were at also to meet you and your significant other and whoever else
Yeah,
is around.
that'd be cool.
Megan L, how you doing? So I think I'm going to start doing my lives again back to around this time, 5:30, 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. That's what I'm going to do. Keep a schedule. So I'm going to call you after
schedules.
the live.
Okay.
Yeah. So this new layout of StreamYard is weird.
I agree.
I haven't been up here in so long, so I don't even remember what it used to look like. Didn't the chat look different?
For a
Yeah,
little while.
not only that, my screen that I'm looking at you guys is so fucking tiny. Okay.
Really?
Yeah. Like I got 3 people up here and the screen where all 3 of us are on panel is small for me. but you guys below it are big.
I've
That
heard a
makes
lot of
sense.
people say they've had a lot of issues with their StreamYard the past 2 months or so. Is that the only service that you can have a panel on?
So
No.
no. Hold on a second. So Limey, the non-grifting dumpster squirrel. Okay, this channel is a serious channel, and yes, are we having a somewhat serious conversation on panel? Yes. In chat, I let chat do what they're doing. They're listening. They're here. They're having fun, which is fine. I don't mind if my mods and members in chat laugh amongst each other while we're talking. It's fine, as long as they're not being rude or disrespectful.
Yeah.
The other thing is, right, is not all my lives are really serious, right? What we try to do here is we have serious conversations at the beginning, and then we wind it down. Okay, is the conversation we're having, does it seem serious? Yes. Is it serious? It depends on the person. Between me and Jenna, it's not a really serious conversation. We're playing catch up. Okay,
Yeah.
because it's a long time
Sorry.
since I've talked to her. So, but it's no, don't say sorry. Never. So I just wanted to put that out there. So
Yeah, back in the day, we definitely, once the serious part was over, it turned pretty much
mush.
after dark hours.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Quit.
I have a
Quit.
bookkeeper now. I have a bookkeeper now, Jenna.
A bookkeeper.
Yes, I'm. You see the new logos.
Yeah.
P Barnes. I'll look for your email address. Yeah, I'll look for it. I should still have. I have it. Or just send me a new email, and I'll give it to Vermont Cheddar. So, okay, like the non-drifting dumpster squirrel. Okay, so yeah, P Barnes, send it to the new email address. Well, the thing is, one@gmail.com.
I'm going to have to get the links again because I had to clear my computer.
Yeah, you have to get the links all over again. You're gonna have to get reacclimated because there's a lot of new mods here.
Yeah, a lot of new people, I'm sure.
Yeah, I've gotten a little bit grow. I've grown a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's always good. But I'm in
I know
Discord,
Rosalind
so
posted it. Willow's still here, Jenna. Willow is still here. She's
oh,
still the
good.
OG, triple OG.
Yeah, we'll have to catch up about all that. Who's here and who ain't. You know how tides turn.
Yeah, yeah.
But no,
She's like,
I am in Discord with y'all, and I just turned on all my notifications. So if
okay.
anyone does have any funny questions or just lighthearted, oh, sorry, hold on.
Master's calling. You know when the dog barks, the master's calling.
They just want to know who let them out. Who?
Okay, sorry. Someone
you
came in.
Yeah,
see? I
so
told you someone let him out.
I, I thought she was in the bedroom, so she kind of scared me. But
yeah, there's no bashing on this channel. Nope, no bashing whatsoever on this channel. We don't we don't take a crap on other creators. We only talk about truth, mental health mainly, what people are going through in their daily lives. Um, Now, if you catch me live at 2:30 in the morning called Who's Awake, that is a whole nother atmosphere. I get I get limited ads on my channel because it's not ad friendly. Ava
that's a fun
Most,
time.
Ava Most, how you doing? So if you're just getting here, you missed a really good live earlier. If you're just getting here. So now we're playing catch up. Jenna's an OG mod here. She's been here. And Ava Most, you probably know Jenna.
I
You
remember her
probably
name.
know her. Huh?
I remember her name.
Yeah. So she comes and goes like the wind.
How many years ago was that, though? I was trying to think how long we've known each other.
Well, I started my channel in 2023. Next month
And
will
I
be 2 years.
and I knew you well before that.
Yeah, so you've known me for at least 3, almost 4 years.
I'd say probably 4.
Yeah. So, yeah, we were talking about a specific creator without dropping any names. You know, that, in my humble opinion, is a covert narcissist.
Honestly, that person just seriously, like all seriousness, no jokes. They need help. They
So,
need to go talk to someone. They need help, seriously.
Well, the problem with narcissists is that they believe that there's nothing wrong with them
Yep. Yeah.
because it's
So,
everybody else's fault.
mhm,
yeah, it's never their fault.
which
Never.
sucks because the people, that are closest to them and their family are going to be affected the most,
Yep.
Yeah.
which is very sad.
You heading out, Kathy? So, a narcissist will never get help or change because they don't believe they have anything wrong with them. So true. So true.
God and
Being,
life have to humble them in a very, very special way that breaks and humbles them simultaneously without completely and utterly shattering their very, very, very fragile ego.
yeah, you put that out
Yep.
very well. Yeah, that's a very, very, very fine line, too.
Mhm.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
never mind. She's not leaving. She's not leaving.
No,
Yes,
I'm,
Will be. We
I'm
all
very,
know someone that's like that.
yeah, totally upended my whole entire life. Oh, yeah. I've done a little bit of research on narcissists and I'm very acquainted with them, unfortunately. Not a fan, obviously.
So maybe I can have the two of you up on panel when I cover narcissism. When I cover the
Topic of
the
narcissism.
topic.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah, you're
Uh,
very well spoken. Like what I want to say and what I used to be able to say like that, you're literally just pulling it out of my brain. My
Who,
memory
me?
sucks. Yes.
Oh, well, my mama didn't raise an idiot, but she raised a fool. So I try to at least be articulate whenever I'm speaking, but I understand that I don't know everything. And the older I get, the more I know how much I don't know, you know?
Yeah.
So,
My memory, it just sucks. And then some days it's like my brain just doesn't want to work. It's like, yeah, I know what I want it to do and say, but it just don't come out right.
also, shout out to Faye in the chat. That is one of my very close personal friends in real life.
Oh,
Cheers.
How
Yeah,
you doing,
she's
Faye?
sweet.
How you doing? Thank you
She's
for
sweet.
joining. So, Glitter is Forever said, my mother is a malignant narcissist. She is 73 years old and still doing the most. She does not care. She will destroy you and who she hurts along her mission is as her mission is accomplished. Damn, that sucks.
Well, depending upon certain other characteristics and traits from that person, it might be sociopathy with certain underlying personality traits, such as and then this is just a personal opinion, such as borderline personality disorder mixed in with the intense levels of sociopathy. The reactions look like they're pure and absolute emotions, but it's technically the sociopath that is actually confusing themselves with feeling real feelings instead of emulating them, because that's how they think that they need to respond in order to get the best outcome for themselves, and don't
Yep.
realize that they are actually burning their world down to the ground.
yeah. It's all like a very meticulous game, like very well made, spider web. Just
Will be
is,
it's us that
yeah.
change. It's us that must change. It's us that must change. Do narcissists ever change, or is it us that must change?
There are only two things that I could think that could ever change a narcissist, and three options of dealing with them, but one of those is not preferable by most people.
So yes, it would be us that would have to change.
Which would be to completely cut them off, separate them, and use
Yes.
their own words and behaviors as demonstrations on why they are not what they appear to be. Because they're manipulating people. They lie, they distort facts, and they make you believe and think whatever it is that they want. And they will do everything in their power to isolate you from others' opinions and emotions, because it's easier to attach the puppet strings that way.
And
And
a
once they have
narcissist
enough,
can
they'll
turn
make
on
you dance.
a narcissist can turn tears on just like that. The snap of a
Yeah.
finger.
With no
then-
feelings.
And then turn them off real quick.
Well, you can do that. You could also say that there are certain people that, for example, I know that there are a lot of method actors who, when they're in the moment and they're trying to like embody a character for acting in that moment, that actually they can actually summon the tears, but they actually have to pull from real pain in order to do that. Like that actually is an interesting conversation on what are some of the extra lines that blur regular everyday actors and performers, for like shows or entertainment, in comparison to a narcissist or a sociopath that is mimicking somebody's emotions for the sake of manipulating for nefarious reasons.
Yep. That's why you just gotta be careful. So, but Jen, I'm gonna reach out to you later on this evening if you're free.
Okay.
Remy, yeah, I'm gonna put my email in back chat. I want you to email me because
I'm sorry. Would you repeat that? I think my headphones cut out for just a moment.
I'm putting my email in back chat right now.
Yes, sir.
Because I would like to do a live all about narcissism. You know what I'm
Alrighty.
saying?
Yes, yes,
And
sir.
you've experienced it. Jenna's experienced it, and I have slightly experienced it. And so,
Ooh, you're gonna make me get my psychology book out. Yay.
yeah. So I would like to schedule a live for the three of us to come up on panel and talk about the narcissism in general.
Yeah.
I
It'll be
think
a
that would
long
be a
live.
fascinating subject.
It'll be a long live. Yes, it will be. Yes. And when I say will be, I don't mean saying will be. It will be a long live.
You can't say it now without thinking about it.
Yeah.
You tripped yourself up.
Maybe do a three-part live. Yeah. 3 parts. Narcissism 1, 2, and 3. Yeah. We're gonna have to do 3 parts because there's a lot to narcissists. There's the triad, there's covert, there's overt, there's
Malignant.
malignant narcissists. So there is a blanket.
Communal.
Okay, I'm opening to teaching more. So yeah.
Oh,
So
and
everybody,
antagonistic, sorry.
so the male voice, my name is Eddie. I go by Well the Thing Is. The beautiful lady on panel, that is Jenna. The young guy on panel, because she's younger than me, is Ramil. Remy. Did I say it right? Ramil?
Ramil, that is correct.
Yes. But we all call him Remy.
I was about to
So-
say, is it okay if I call you Remy? Because
Perfectly fine.
I will not remember how to say that.
Everybody else calls me Remy anyway, so that's fine. That works.
I just don't want to call you something that you're not.
Oh, honey, I promise I've been called worse. It's okay. I promise. Faye, when we figure out what time that we'll do the live, I will 100% make sure that you and others are updated to when that will take place. That would be a lot of fun, and it would be very educational for people, and being able to speak from experience and get other people to bond over our shared traumas and dramas revolving around narcissism and narcissists in general can be both healing and it can be enlightening. Yeah, you tell them, boy.
That's a cute word. Yeah. So can one of my mods drop my email in chat? If you would like to join Discord, send me an email. I'll send you the link to join Discord. Yes. Make sure you put your YouTube name in the email so I know who it is.
I am in the right Discord, ain't I?
Yes, it should say, Well the Thing Is. I changed everything.
Okay. I've already started taking notes, by the way.
I'm gonna have to go back through my old ones.
I just got my 2 psychology books from college out.
Squirrel, I
Going to
severely think that you do not know who I am because I have not been around here on the YouTube streets for years. I've only been here since last August, actually. Now, if there's somebody else that you could maybe have named out that has the name Remy or Remiel, I could see how that would be another problem, which is why I thought about changing my name sometime back, but everybody already knows who I am, so I figured that that's kind of difficult.
Thank you, Faye. She's like, I subscribed as soon as Remy sent the link.
Yeah, she and people in my little communities, if I send them over somewhere, like they pick it up real fast. I like hanging around good and fun and lighthearted people, mostly to counteract my own bad attitude and my whole world burning down. So let's go.
I don't mean to laugh in a bad way, you know.
Oh no, no, no.
But I can relate.
If I wasn't laughing at it, I would be depressed and crying. So
I can relate. That's why I laughed.
Well,
yeah,
Remy, you got my email address.
yes, sir.
So
And I
if
also
you
sent you an
ever,
email just so
okay,
that you'll have mine.
and I'll send you my phone number. So if you ever need to talk, you could always call. Jenna
Yes, sir.
can tell you that. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind chatting. I don't mind conversations on the phone. There's a
Sure.
lot of people in a lot of subs here that I talk to outside of YouTube.
Hmm.
Okay,
98% of the time, he will always answer too.
so if I don't, it's because I'm sleeping or I'm in the bathroom. Those are
Right,
only two
right.
times I don't answer the phone. If I'm out to dinner with family, I'll answer the phone and say, "Hey, I'm going to call you back."
Hmm.
Okay, because
But
I know
you'll at
how.
least be open to touching base.
Yes,
Okay. Right.
yes,
Which
Sounds
because
I
good.
it's
have
important.
got to work on.
It's important. You know,
Oh
for
yeah.
people to have somebody they can reach out to when they're in a crisis. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So,
Absolutely.
but
I
yeah,
greatly appreciate that, sir.
April T. Oh my word,
Hello, April T.
she's an OG mod too,
Well,
isn't she,
cheers.
Jenna?
Sorry, what?
April T.
Oh, it's been a long time.
I thought it was April showers, but tea's okay too. I like tea occasionally.
So,
I will occasionally drop in really terrible jokes from time to time. Just throwing that out there for you guys. So just be aware.
yep.
Completely fine with that.
But yeah, I have a secretary now. She's redoing my merch store, redoing the layout of it, new designs for clothing.
That's good.
Yeah.
Nice.
So,
Does
um,
she have experience doing that before?
yeah, yes, she does, and she's the one that created my logos.
Yeah, they look good.
But you know who I miss making my thumbnails?
I don't know who that would be.
Yeah, who used to be my thumbnail creator? Yeah,
I'd have to switch everything up now.
yeah, you used to be my thumbnail creator. All the fancy thumbnails you guys used to see back in the day, that was done by her, Jenna.
Oh, and your emojis.
I know. Thank you, April T. Wait till I got new ones coming out.
So you don't have anything new up yet?
Not yet. No,
Okay.
not yet. She's like, it's very worn. April T.
That's when you know it's a good shirt, though. It's a comfy
Yeah.
shirt.
Hmm.
Yeah, you're
Nice to
always
meet you,
welcome,
April.
Lion, grifting, dumpster, squirrel. You're always welcome. I love
That
saying
name
That's a.
that.
kills me.
I'm not gonna lie. That is
Yes.
one of my favorite names I've seen in a hot minute.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've seen some other really funny ones. The cheese stands alone was great. Oh, what was another one? And there's the RKO from out of nowhere. That was great. Shit, I can't remember the other one. Sorry. But yeah, I've seen some great names on the YouTube streets. Some of them are really funny. Some people are really clever with that. I wish I was.
Yeah, there's some that are like really good, and it's like, how in the world did you even think about that?
So, but I want to thank everybody for being here. Thank you for the likes, chat, subscribing. Thank you guys. Thank you for the support. Once the merch store, yes, will be. They do have a big and tall section, yes. Once the merch store is up and running, I will be doing members only lives again once a month, and it'll be merch giveaways. So be prepared to get your memberships for members only lives for merch giveaways. So, and what I do is I purchase the shirt from the website and have it shipped to your address. So, or you tell me what you want and I give you a code and only you can use that code for that specific item, and you put your info in there and you get it for free.
Oh, that's cool. That way they, like some people, who are paranoid about, just giving out their information.
Or I give them the value of the merchandise if they don't want to buy the merchandise. Or, if they have Cash App, Venmo, PayPal,
Yeah.
I'll send it to them that way.
That makes it easy.
Yeah. So, but I've never had a problem with anybody in the community giving me their info.
No.
Because they give it to me one time while I'm on the phone with them or in chat. And I put it in and send it. And that's it. I don't even remember it no more. So, even though when you have a store that sells merchandise, you can get that info if you want it, but I don't care about it because that's not me. So, I like doing what I do, but yeah, Remy and Jenna, I think we should do a 3-part live talking about narcissists.
I think that would be a fascinating subject to talk about and beneficial for everybody.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm already pretty deep into refreshing my memory.
So, we'll figure it out. We could do it this week, and we could do it next week. So it's up to you.
I have a doctor's appointment either Wednesday or Thursday, and it's one of my specialists at Vanderbilt, and that's like 4 hours away.
Yep.
And for me, I'm a little bit more of a night owl, and currently I'm stuck on only working 2 days a week, which really blows, but it is what it is. So I've got a lot of free time. I'm just not normally an early bird.
Oh, no,
right
I'm
now?
not. Yeah.
If you do see me up early in the morning, it's because I'm still up.
That's how I am.
What time is it where you're at?
Currently at this moment, it's 6 till 7 p.m.
Okay, so 6:55
Eastern
right?
Standard Time. Yes.
Okay, I'm on
6:55.
Central.
Yes, so it's 5:55 where you're at, Jenna. All right, so
I'm always the oddball in the time zones.
Yes, you are. What's up, Miss Liability? How you doing? So, with that being said, thank you everybody for being here. I will stay in contact with you, Remy and Jenna, and we'll figure out 3 days in a row to do the narcissist lives, 3-part lives, and we'll go from there.
Sounds good.
Yes, sir.
And Will B said, Remy sounds like a professional YouTuber.
He
I
does.
wouldn't go that far. No, not professional. Just
And Ava Mose is
my
Mountain
mama.
Standard.
My mama beat some sense into me with grammar and with proper
That
English,
one?
despite being
Let's
raised
see
in the
you here.
South. So
I can hear some of the Southern, like I definitely hear the Southern in you, but I also hear a little bit of like Northern in there too.
yeah, everybody from the North thinks that I'm from the South, and everybody from the South assumes that I'm some damn Yankee from far up north. I'm like, no, I'm not.
I like the name
Born,
Bodie McBoatface. Bodie McBoatface.
born
Yes.
and raised in Tennessee.
Oh,
You
really?
were, Remy? Remy?
In Tennessee,
What part?
East Tennessee.
Oh,
I used to live in
I'm
Knoxville.
West,
Oh, word.
Yeah,
and
I used to live in Knoxville.
I'm
She's
right on
outside
the
Memphis. She's
Mississippi
outside
River.
Memphis.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's awesome.
That's
yeah.
why you sounded really familiar then.
Fair enough.
Ava
Touche.
Mose, you can come up on panel sometime too. We need to
Yeah.
hear that accent. I think I've heard your accent before.
Yeah. I think I've heard it like maybe once.
Yes, you have an accent.
Mm.
I know you have an accent. We've been on a voice call in Discord before. A
Let's
long,
play Guess
long
My
time
Accent.
ago. Yes. Yep.
My voice? Wait, what? No, whose voice? What? I'm sorry, my headphones are having a struggle bus problem over here at the moment.
Wait, what do you mean?
It's like they keep turning themselves off, so I'm missing parts of the conversation. So
Oh,
I'm
it's
like,
cutting out.
yeah, I'm think
It's
I'm having
cutting
trouble with the.
out.
Hang on, let me try to
Oh,
reset my Bluetooth on it real quick.
All right.
Y'all were
Rosaline's headed to Nashville this weekend. That's where I'm going to be.
Oh, you gonna be in? Oh, Jenna gonna be in Nashville? Oh,
Yeah, it ain't going to be anything fun, though.
Jenna. Yeah, Vermont Cheddar. Vermont Cheddar is in Jersey. You know, he's
Yep.
in Jersey.
My mother and my grandmother tried to raise me with proper diction and not sounding like Southern trailer trash. So
Hey, don't talk about me like that.
ah, it wasn't.
I live in a trailer in the South. Quit.
No, I think she's more referring to
I'm
those
gonna
people that
tickle
live
your
out in the
toes,
boonies.
buddy.
I think she's more referring to the people who lived out like in the boonies that don't actually speak any English. They almost like don't have any words to their sounds. Like their accent is so thick I can't understand them.
Yeah.
And I was raised
You know,
down here. You know what I mean?
Somewhere out here, you know what I mean? You're coming out here.
Yeah. Talking like that dude from Waterboy.
So, all right, everybody. Thank you for being here. I will see you guys later. Crafty True Crime, Jacqueline. Thank you for stopping by. Be here tomorrow, 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. So, everybody, until then, be safe, be good, and be good at it. Well, the thing is out, my friends.